I'm Moore Lappé, and this is my first Thought Spark on courage. Now, I realize that to talk about courage, though, I first have to talk about fear. And for me, yeah, it's true that for so long, fear meant, a stop sign, danger, danger, danger. And I believe that we humans had evolved simply 3 hardwired responses. We could either freeze or flee or fight. That was it. But as threats to our planet are rising along with sea levels, here is some good news. I've learned that there is another possibility, one that is freeing. This reimagining of fear began for me when I was honored to be the guest of the late Wangari Maathai, my friend, my hero, and a Nobel Peace Prize winner. We were in Kenya with her, and she invited over her friend, the Reverend Timothy Njoya, to tell his life story to my daughter and me, my daughter Anna Lappé. Now, we sat in easy chairs and listened to his engrossing story, and at one point, Reverend Njoya began to tell us about this. Imagine him in his crisp blue shirt and white priest collar. And he said, yes, one night, he learned that the dictator had sent killers to his door to murder him. And sure enough, they arrived, they broke in, and they began to attack. At one point, he was lying on the floor with his guts ripped open. And what did he do? Well, he began giving away his treasures to his assailants, his library, his favorite Bible. Well, at that point, my heart was pounding, and I couldn't resist. I interrupted, and I said, wait, Reverend Njoya, how can this be? Fear, we have a hardwired response, and it certainly doesn't include benevolence. How could this happen? And at that point, Reverend Njoya rose from a chair and began to act out his lesson for us about fear. He said, imagine a lion. It doesn't just attack its prey. No, once it sees its prey, it recoils and postures itself, and then it attacks. He said that we can do the same with our fear energy. We can harness it. We can harmonize it. We can use that energy to create the world that we want. Well, that night, Anna and I lay in our bunk beds late into the night, asking, what would it mean if we really took Reverend Njoya's lesson to heart? If we really believed that we could transform fear into energy that we could use, we could choose to use for the world that we want. And our short answer, I guess, is freedom. What freedom? And so I continually remind myself now that fear does not necessarily mean danger. Maybe it just means that I'm into the unknown, where actually the greatest creativity and growth can occur. And later I discovered a little trick that's kind of handy, and I will share with you. And that is that, that pounding heart, well, I used to always condemn it. Frankie, that means you're a wimp. And then I decided, no, I shall be reframing that. It is not that message, rather, that pounding heart is my inner applause telling me, go for it, girl. Okay, so I know that this understanding of fear as pure energy is the lesson that one has to learn and relearn. But it is truly worth it. I would so appreciate your thoughts about courage and fear in this challenging time. Thank you. Thank you so much.